Welcome, guys, John's Football Channel. This is your preview to Chelsea versus Man United. This is going to be a very, very interesting game on its own because we know we're having to challenge and compete for Champions League football. But yet on another side, we know that we have this protest that's going to go about before the game starts. We're not too sure about what exactly they have planned. They have kept quiet as to what exactly they're going to be doing, just to make sure that certain people and certain journalists don't actually twist certain things that are being said and being done at the football ground. So let's get into this preview and let's see how things most likely can shape up for tonight. Let's get into it. So first off, obviously we're playing at Stamford Bridge. This is our 33rd game for the Premier League season. Got 5 games after this. So it's one of our games that we have to make a count, unfortunately, in order for us to consider us qualifying for Champions League football. Then, obviously, going into this game, we know that Chelsea and Man United have quite a few injuries. So it's going to be very difficult to actually predict who will start and who will actually play and who will. Those injuries are those injuries enough to influence the game in one way or the other? Let's get into it. So obviously, for us, we have Jorgensen, we have Levi Colwill, who still has to return, Reece James, Chalobah, and Gittins, who are currently injured. And then for Man United, we have Yoro, Martinez. I know Harry Maguire is also suspended, and then Delete and Dorgo, who's also injured. So there's a few defender players that we could have expected Man United to have in their team to actually start. So looks like in the defense they're going to be quite weak and quite vulnerable for us to actually exploit them. So let's get into our starting lineup. So for Man United, they're going to obviously go with Mirens in goal, Marzari as their right back, Havens possibly, and Luke Shaw as the centre backs, just to help the defense out right now. They're going to have to use their wingers and their left backs to actually come into the centre midfield and in the defense in order to provide cover for the people that are currently injured and currently suspended. Then we have Delot as probably he'll be able to play left because we know he can play left or right, but I think because of Mazzarari playing right, he'll be able to play left and provide cover on the left back position. And then we have Mainu and Casemiro as the CDMs, Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes, and Cunha as the midfield, just behind Mbeno. Obviously, this team, the way Man United could shape up front, they are very dangerous. They look like a very dangerous team. With the likes of Mainu, we know what Mainu is capable at his young age. Casemiro, an experienced formidable player. Although he is old and whatever, but on his day he is unplayable. And as well as Ahmad, Bruno, and Cunha and Mbeno, those 4 or 5 players can provide enough attacking opposition to actually hurt any team. So for Chelsea, we're going to have to look out for them and actually keep our eyes on them and actually find a way to actually neutralize that attack. Then we take a look at Chelsea. Obviously, we have Sanchez in goal, seeing that Jorgensen is injured. Then we have Cucurella as the left back, Hato, Fofana as the centre backs because I think Chalobah is also still injured. I don't think he's fully fit to actually start this game. And then Gusto as the right. And then in midfield as the CDMs, we have Santos and Caicedo. Possibly Palmer might be playing on the wing. And then the likes of Enzo playing in the midfield. The first time we get to see Enzo in a while, seeing that we as a Chelsea Football Club, we decided to suspend him for what he said. And it's an opportunity to see where's his mind at. Did he actually say and did he actually mean what he actually said about the club and possibly leaving Chelsea? It is a question of this could determine how where his mind is. Basically, he's gonna have to put a lot of work in to actually I would say actually to increase his value, because if he probably doesn't do well in this game, it might look in a way that he's right and he doesn't want to leave. It might cost Chelsea actually as a lot of better money, knowing that the player does want to leave the football club. It might cause us some problems. So it will be interesting to see how Enzo is able to come in this team and actually see if he can make some changes and actually become one of the players that actually can influence this game in a positive way for Chelsea to get a victory and increase their chances of Champions League football next season. Then we also have Neto as probably your player on the left, and then João Pedro up front. With our team also, I think if we are able to play the same way we played in our last game against Man City, we have a good opportunity to actually do well. I think we were just unlucky I think we just lost our heads in the starting in the second half of the game. We didn't keep up the same momentum, and I think hence why we were punished in the second half with 3-0 against Man City. But I think if we play the same way that we played in the first half against Man United, it will look a lot better for us, and I think we'll actually have a chance to actually beat Man United. Then if we actually had to compare with João Pedro and Mbeumo, João Pedro has 14 goals and Mbeumo has 9. Expected goals, João Pedro has 13.7, while as Mbeumo has a bit less, which is 8.3. Assists, João Pedro has 5, Mbeumo has 3. Minutes per goal, João Pedro has 172, while Mbeumo has 246. And then shots on goal, João Pedro has 1.8, and then Mbeumo has 1.6. I would say actually it's a bit less for recently, I would say, for in terms of minutes per goal and expected shots and whatever for João Pedro, because we haven't been playing well. There's not much you can say about Man United. I think Man United have been on decent form. So I think this is actual stats and true stats of Mbeumo. While as for João Pedro, I think that's on the other way is completely different. Although yes, he has played games, but I think because of like the likes of Man City, I mean, we all knew we didn't actually, especially in the second half, we didn't actually put the same momentum and same attack that we once had in the first half. So I think with these stats for João Pedro are a bit low than currently expected. Then obviously, if we look at our form, currently we have 1 win in 5, which is very poor. Our only win was against Port Vale. So we've got a lot of work to do in order to get for us to shape up and actually turn things around. For Man United, on the other hand, out of the last 5 games, they won 2, lost 2, and then drawn 1. The recent loss was against Leeds. So that is an opportunity for us to say, okay, we can actually still hurt them while they're still down as well. But I suppose the same thing can be said to us because we also just lost. And I think we haven't scored in quite a while. We haven't scored in our last 5 games, or you can say that in terms of the Premier League, I think it's a bit more than that. But yeah, for Man United, they have a bit more form and good form for them to actually hurt us. I think looking at the form just on that, I think also like I mentioned in Man City preview, if whoever scores first can actually shape this game and actually shape the momentum of this game. Then since March, no side in Europe, top 5 leagues, has lost more games than Chelsea. We have lost 6 games out of the 9. So it just shows you. Chelsea have lost 4 straight Premier League games. Only once done recently, again with Frank Lampard in 2023. So it's been a while since this has happened. But it just shows you, we all remember that Frank Lampard under us didn't do as well as we anticipated, especially with that ban and whatever that happened back then. But yeah, just shows you how far we have come and how far we are from the top. Chelsea have lost just 1 out of the last 12 Premier League games against Man United. I think most of the games we've played against them have been mainly draws. I think that this game is also shaped up to become a draw because both teams need to win. Both teams can't afford to lose as well. I think that's what the game could look like, but hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully we're able to get the win. Cole Palmer has been involved in just 1 goal in the last 11 matches. So it just shows you he's also a bit dry in terms of goals. But I think also it's the mentality of the team. And I think also about our team not knowing exactly what to do. Also the likes of Liam Rosenior. I think him, in a sense, been losing the dressing room. But I hope that the team is able to bypass that, like we mentioned against Man City, and actually just focus on the game. If we are able to definitely replicate what we did against Man City in the first half, it could look a lot better for us going into the next few games against all the other teams we have to verse. With Man United won 6 of the last 7 under Carrick, just 1 out of the last 4. And then we know suspensions and injuries leave Lenny Yoro and Havens as a 19 now available as centre back. So it just shows you Havens is quite very young. He's only 19. So it is an opportunity for João Pedro and Cole Palmer and Neto to actually target the weak link, basically, and actually see if they can actually find something in him to create a mistake. Man United lost 2 out of the last 4 Premier League games after losing 2 of the previous 22. So just before that, they've been in quite good form, but now looks like bad forms are starting to appear for Man United. Bruno Fernandes needs 3 assists to match the all-time Premier League single scene record of 20. So it will be interesting to see if he's able to get that against us. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys see that happening? Do you see Man United, Bruno Fernandes being able to create enough chances for him to get an assist, or actually hurts us? I hope not. I hope Caicedo and Santos are able to get the better of Bruno Fernandes for this game. And then obviously, guys, we have to mention about Blucher out. I think we've been considering, it's difficult for us to have newer owners and then afterwards mention about creating a good positive light and hoping that they actually change their ways. But I think things have been gone so wrong for us recently, and it has actually been on a regression since the last 4 years. I think hence if it was just a case of Blucher buying bad players and trying a new system in terms of buying and selling, I think that would be one thing, and obviously having opportunities to learn from their mistakes. But seeing now that we have come to realize how bad the finances are at Chelsea, it is a very, very shocking thing to see. I think it will be about 4 or 5 years. Things have to go very, very well in order for us to actually even think about making a breaking even. So clearly going into these few couple of seasons, we shouldn't be seeing any good players coming into our team. I think even if we sell Enzo and all of them, we'll still be needing to use that money to ensure that the profit margins are looking a bit better. I think hence why we have that thing of coming. I can't remember the guy's name, but I know there's a player from Strasbourg that's going to come to Chelsea when the transfer window opens. I think once he comes, Enzo will be sold, and I don't think they will be getting anyone else to compensate for Enzo's loss and the sale of him. I think that will be a very good profit for them. I mean, if they had to just spend maybe 4-5 million on the player in terms of salary and whatever, and then just sell Enzo for probably around 80 million, I suppose it will be very good profit for them to lessen the blow of this financial blow that we recently come to see how bad Chelsea's finances currently are. And I think for that, Blucher needs to get the hell out of our club. They're actually killing the actual definition of Chelsea. I think hence why most of us are not even calling Chelsea anymore. We're calling it another Blucher, basically, because this is not Chelsea. This is not how Chelsea operate. So this is for that reason on its own they need to get out. And let's have a look. Let's actually let's get our social media on the upright in terms of let's share and post stuff about Blucher getting out, so that it actually can hurt them a bit more. And we actually have to stick together and actually ensure that this actually we know that it's not easy to make a protest every single day. So know that it's actually happening. Let's make it count. Let's actually get the message out there and let it stick. I think also going into this game, we know if I would like to see that. This is how I would like to see this game going. I would like to see us lose until the 90th minute, probably maybe 1-0, and then out of the last 5 minutes out of the end of the game, for us to get two goals, for us just to win, because we know what that means for the Premier League, but just for it to be a blow enough for us to actually, for all the social media, like all the people that are going to be broadcasting what's happening at the Chelsea football ground, let them able to actually hurt the image of Blue Co and actually Clear Lake Capital. Let us be able to listen the intake on our club, and hopefully after this it can actually weigh in a favor for us to actually hope to see them get rid of us, and actually leave our football club. So yeah, guys, that's our message. Blue Co, get the hell out. Let me know down below, guys, what you guys think. How do you see this game going? How do you see the protest going? Hopefully everything is coordinated in such a way that it actually does quite well and actually does the rounds around social media, so that we can actually see some good light that comes from this season and the seasons to follow. So yeah, guys, this is my preview to Chelsea versus Man United. Let me know down below what you guys think of the scoreline. For my scoreline, I'm going to go with 3-1. I think hopefully, I hope we can go 3-1. Probably at the end, after they score, we can actually get 3. But realistically, probably 2. Hopefully we do not lose. I do not want us to lose on the basis of us missing out on Champions League football. But I suppose if that means that we can actually have a club next season, actually be able to be proud of our club again, and for these owners to leave, then so be it. Let us not get Champions League season this season, and the few seasons to come. So you guys, this is my preview to Chelsea versus Man United at Stamford Bridge. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.